mate?
How's it going, Jai? Is that how you
Oh,
pronounce it?
that is exactly how I pronounce it. Everyone says Jay, and as soon as you said Jay, I was like, oh, he's still my beating
All
heart. Someone got it
right.
correct.
I
How?
I got something right in my life. Hell yeah.
Oh well, if that's the only thing you've gotten right, well, that's a good start at the end of the day.
I'm making good progress in life.
Yeah, no, you're doing well. You're doing well. But Ben, how are you, brother? It looks like it's a nice day where you are in the world. We're just starting out
It's
down here
uh
under.
it's still hot as hell here in Southern California, but it's cloudy today, and I figured why not enjoy the outdoors for a second?
Yeah, no, that's it. That's it. You got to kind of work on that tan before you come down to Australia as well, because you kind of worked it
Oh
out
yeah,
perfectly coming down to the summer months.
yeah, man. That's people from California even get burned in Australia, so I'm ready for it. It's gonna be hot as hell, huh?
No, you'll be okay. Like it'll be
Okay.
warm, but you're not going to be sitting there sweating, wishing you were dead. Like it's going to be you're coming down. It's not like the old Soundwave days when you guys used to come down and it was
Yeah,
like through the roof. It's going to
yeah.
be about. Well, I'm sorry to use Celsius, but about 10 degrees cooler than that. So you'll be like, oh, it's nice out. I can enjoy this and I don't feel like death. So, no, I think you're going
Okay.
to enjoy it. Yeah.
I like the idea that we're not feeling like death.
Yeah, well, look at me. I'm a ginger guy living in Australia. That sun's out to get me, man. I've got to be careful.
It's out to melt you.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Our, our sound guy's ginger, and he is constantly putting sunscreen on all the
Yeah,
fucking time.
yeah. No, you got to, man. You got to. It's that big orange ball in the sky that it's out to get us
Yeah,
all if we're not careful.
yeah. I think I'm developing skin cancer as sit outside right now currently,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
but it's okay.
You got to develop one kind of cancer, I guess, in your life. It's going to get us all eventually.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I have enough fake chemicals in everything I eat that why even fake like I'm not aware that it's going to happen?
Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming I'm consuming microplastics as we speak. Like that's just the way life is these days, isn't
Yeah, and I
it?
purposely put so much Splenda and bullshit in my coffee every day that I
Oh,
decided it's better to be less fat than die of whatever disease it's going to be one day when I get it. And so I know both of them are not winning,
oh
but
wait.
I decided, yeah, there's no winning.
No, I know exactly everyone because I've got so much like fake syrup and everything to make that taste good, and people are like, "Oh, that's bad for you." I'm like, "Yeah, so is everything else I do in life. This is just one thing I enjoy."
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's just deciding what things you want to have that are bad.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. But mate, how are you guys like feeling about coming back down under? It's been a minute. I remember the last time I saw
yeah,
you guys was Soundwave, which I looked up the year. I was like, "Whoa, that was forever ago now." But you guys been
yeah.
down a couple of times since then. So how's life
We
been?
came once. We came once with Real Big Fish and Goldfinger, and then we came once after that on like a headline tour. Like it was like 6 years ago now.
Yeah.
So it's been. I mean, COVID fucked everything up for everybody. So basically, it's been longer than we ever would have wanted it to be. But we're just stoked to be coming back. Like, and this is our last hurrah before we start recording again. So everyone's gonna go hard.
Yeah, mad. No, my wife is especially excited because my wife's first ever concert was seeing you guys open for Real Big Fish as well. So it's a really nostalgia point for her. So
Oh, cool.
she's very pumped up for it. And I'm excited. Like I said, it's been a little while. Like I saw you guys at the Soundwave Festival, and do you have any fond memories that you've shot music videos in Australia and everything before as well? Is
Yeah.
there any kind of the one that got away memories that you have about down here?
I mean, I think we're trying to relive a few of them on this trip. Like on when we did Soundwave years ago, we went out to Rottnest Island,
Ah,
off Perth, and we hunted down some, what are they, quackas or whatever the
yeah,
heck they're
yeah,
called.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we saw those. So we're trying to make that happen again. We're gonna try to make as many shoeys as possible happen again, because there's nothing like being irresponsible and drinking another person's sweat. Like as endearing as the people of Australia are, that has got to be one of the greatest inventions ever. Because
I
it
know.
doesn't happen anywhere else. Like
No,
this is an Australia thing.
I explained that to a couple of people over in Europe, and they're like, "You don't really do that, do you?" I was like, "Not only do we do it, we'll peer pressure you into doing it until you feel like you have to."
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like it was great. They had who was down here recently, Bowling for Soup. They managed to convince Jared to do it, and he lost his voice for the rest of his tour. He's like, "I don't know why the fuckers convinced me to actually drink from a shoe, but now I can't sing." I'm like, "Well, it's peer pressure for you." The trick is you get your
yeah.
shoe, you get the can, you put it in the shoe, and then you drink out of that. That's the way around it if you're not feeling up to it. So
Man, I
it
think that's cheating. I love it.
is.
I heard there's a new way people are cheating too, is where they make sure they buy new shoes beforehand. And if they're gonna, and so people are now looking at people's shoes to see how new they look. That was like a new thing to me. I'm like, God, that's an expensive habit, man. Like,
yeah, that's why you can't get away with it with Vans or Converse, because those things you wear them one day and they're already scuffed up and marked. So we know if you cheat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. But I'm all in. Let's go.
Yeah, that's it. Let's say, how often do you come to Australia to drink out of a shoe? Like, it's been
I mean,
6 years.
It's every 6 years, so
Yeah.
it's time again.
Yeah, exactly. But mate, it's exciting to have you guys back down. And like I said, you're coming during the beginning, well, just before summer, so you're coming the end of spring, so it will be nice weather for you. But like, yeah, like to the people that may not have got the chance to see you before, why should people be excited for this tour? Like, it's there's going to be people in the crowd that weren't even alive when you guys first started. Like, that's a crazy thing.
Oh yeah,
too. Yeah.
That's a normal thing. We're old as shit, so it's I mean, coming to one of our shows is kind of an escape from the world. It's just we try to turn the environment into a big party. It's all about having fun and cutting loose and just having a great time. So if the world is sucking, which we all know it is, come to our show, turn your brain off, have a few drinks, and go wild.
Yeah,
that's the way we look at it.
And it's well said. And the style of music you guys do as well, like, it's you guys were always different because it's like that pop punk mix with a bit of the hip hop at the same time. So it had very much, it was party vibes at the end of the day. But it almost seems like it's a time where you aren't getting new people coming out this type of music. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's just the culture's changed over the years? Because I remember it was like your style of music, a good comedy that would come out would almost be the soundtrack to it. It seems like that's just it's just not around anymore.
Yeah, I mean, the world is changing every second, and we just always feel lucky to still be around and have enough people that give a shit. And somehow people keep hearing about us around the world, and we don't know how. So it's cool. Yeah. Like, over the years, some bands have come and gone that sound similar enough to us, but we're always kind of in that odd duck where we don't fit in.
Yeah.
We're not quite heavy enough to play with metal bands. We're not quite ska enough to play with ska bands, but occasionally bands will let us mingle in the pool for a little while. And so, I mean, people that come to our shows are usually the most open-minded musical people in the world.
Yeah, no, and that was well said what you said. You kind of like that one guy that doesn't fit in at school, and he's like, oh, you can kind of hang out with this group, you can kind of hang out with that group, but everyone's kind of like, oh yeah, Jared over there, he's an interesting fella. I don't know why he's here, but that's kind of how I describe Zebrahead's music, because it doesn't really, it kind of fits under an umbrella, but you're just outside the umbrella, so you're almost getting rained on at the same time.
It's the truth, but it works. Like when we play with straight up metal bands, it goes off.
Oh, yeah.
And we play with ska bands, it's great. Like we just played last weekend with Goldfinger in Salt Lake City and Vegas, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And we tend to play, like we just played Wacken Festival in Europe, like the ultimate metal experience, and it was the craziest show in like the history of our band. So it's kind of cool to be the weird kid.
In fact, it's an experience too. I was there this year as well, and all that rain and all the mud and everything. It's just it's there.
I heard this year was rough. We played we played 2024 one, and it was perfect weather, no rain, and it was the most insane show I think we've ever had.
Yeah, I saw the footage that they put up on the YouTube, and I'm starting to think that it only rains when I go. So I'll make sure when you guys play, I won't go for you, just for your sake, so the crowd can get into it.
So that it'll be good weather next time.
Yeah, exactly.
Although we did Rock 'em Ring and Rock 'em Park this year, though, which is like the other big metal thing that happens there, and it was raining the whole time, and it almost felt like it was going to fucking snow. Like it was so cold. So it's bizarre. You never know in Europe what you're going to get.
No, and you can't even check the weather on the weather app, because you'll be like, oh, bright and sunny. Nah, we changed our mind. It's going to be 5 inches of rain. I'm like, what? And you literally watch the clouds roll over. You're like, what the hell is happening?
You're like, I checked 5 minutes ago. What the fuck happened?
I know, it's fucking wild. But mate, you mentioned you're playing all these festivals and everything, and you've been going now for... You're coming up to 30 years, which is nuts. Yeah. Like, I looked at that and I'm like, no way, 1996 was 30 years ago. It kind of hurts a little when I look back at that. But going on...
Luckily, we were 5 years old when we started the band. So
Great. Yeah. It's great. Yeah, we're all 90s babies still. We were before then. Yeah, so... But what's been been like one of those kind of pinch me, I'm dreaming moments in the band? I'm guessing like you've had plenty over the years as you've come up and gone, but do you still get kind of wowed? Like, is there anything you're like, wow?
I still get wowed all the time. The biggest wow moment for me was like, and I hate even talking about it because I feel like I'm bragging, you know, but like we had this thing happen where Motörhead was asked to do this song, and all of the band except for Lemmy were out of the country, and it had to be recorded the next day. So we went in, we recorded this cover of Metallica's Enter Sandman, and Lemmy came in the next day and he sang on it. And then it got nominated for a fucking Grammy, Best Metal Performance. And I was like, and then they were giving the credit to Motörhead, and it was just said, you know, in the Grammy nomination, and Lemmy was pissed. And he's like, they have to change this. Zebrahead gets credit. And it was such a stand-up dude that he made them change the nomination to include us. And it was like, holy shit, not only did we record a song for Motörhead to sing on, but it got nominated for a Grammy, and then Lemmy got fucking pissed and made them add our name onto it. I was like, it doesn't get cooler than that. Like, my life, I peaked, it's done. Like, it's over.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember when that cover came out as well, and I do remember that controversy.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. On it. Oh, did I cut out?
Oh, yeah. I'm back. Yeah.
Beautiful. But yeah, I remember when that came out and it said Motörhead, Zebrahead. Yeah, I had no idea that was the kind of story behind it, that they kind of tried to. That is the Grammys, though, a little bit.
It was only because Lemmy got pissed and threw a shit fit. He was like, no fucking way. You can't not give them credit. So it was like, dude took a stand for us. And then after that day, when we recorded the song and he walked in, he brought his bass, he was going to replay it, just the bass parts. And he was like, oh, this is fucking great. And from that day on, anytime we ran into him in the world, he was the coolest dude ever. He even was in one of our music videos later, and always so genuinely nice to us. And it was like, wow, like the absolute legend god of all rock and roll.
Yeah.
Tolerates us. I'm feeling kind of special right now.
And you got to love that too, considering he went in with the bass like, oh, I'll re-record it, and he was like, no, I won't. This is good how it is. That's got to be a compliment, man.
Especially because I'm the bass player. I was so nervous. I was like, oh shit, he's gonna hate this, you know. But he loved it, so it was cool.
Oh, mate, I don't think there's any higher honors than that. He was truly the last living rock star. Like,
honestly, he really was, and he was like one of the only people in music that even the biggest of famous rock star people look at him and get him like shy to talk to him.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like a crazy powerful aura that dude had, where he just didn't give a shit and people loved him.
Yeah, it's hard because normally when you don't give a shit, you're just instantly labeled an asshole. But with Lemmy, it was just the coolest thing in the world. Like, it's like, what was the Airheads, the Adam Sandler, Brendan Fraser movie, where it's kind of like, who's more powerful, God or Lemmy? Trick question. Lemmy is God. Yeah. Like, it's just one of those things. Like,
they nail it with that too. It was kind of like, that's the way everybody in a band kind of thinks. So like, to have any correlation with Lemmy in my career is kind of, all right, cool, I'm done.
If I call it quits tomorrow, I can retire a happy man.
I'm cool. Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, actually, we'll throw it back to the early days. What was something that influenced you to pick up bass and get the band? What was your influences that got young Ben starting to play? Early
on, I was really into metal and punk, and I was early on listening to Fugazi, and I heard the song Waiting Room, and I'm like, oh my god, that's the best bass line I've ever heard in my life. I have to learn how to play it. And it basically, I just decided, all right, from that moment on, I wanted to learn how to play bass. No interest in like being in a touring band or anything. That just all kind of happened on accident. We just got lucky. We're in the right place at the right time. We knew nobody, had no industry connections, and played a show on a Sunday afternoon to like 5 people. And one of the dudes comes up after, he's like, oh, I know record labels, I'll have them at your next show. You're like, yeah, fucking right you will, dude. No one's gonna be at our next show. And then the next show had 13 major labels there. So it was kind of like, okay, guy wasn't full of shit.
That's kind of nuts. That's one of those. That's like the beginning of a movie to start a band up. It's like, okay, we need to move the movie along. Let's just pretend they played their first show,
Yeah,
and then instantly there's a record label. That's almost like how they set
yeah,
up. Like, yeah, we can't just keep. We've got to move the movie along. That's wild. That's
yeah.
that I don't.
We'd played in other bands for years and years and years, and
Yeah.
where you're struggling and you're really trying and trying. And with this one, we're like, we're not going to try. This is just for fun. Let's just fuck around. And then it happened. And that's the weird part of life. Also, is like I guess when you are doing something and you don't think there's any future in it, and it's just for you, mysteriously shit will happen.
I think that's part of it too, because that's the magic. If you're trying not to make it happen and it just
Yeah,
naturally like falls into place, it's right. Because if you're trying to
yeah,
force it, it's like I think in today's generation with TikToks and Instagram and YouTube, if you notice people are really trying to force something, it doesn't get picked
yeah,
up. It's like something goes viral when people are like, oh shit, woke up to a million messages going, oh, that picked up. It's like when
yeah,
you're not
yeah,
trying, that's when it happens. It's
yeah,
it's hard. It's hard, man, and especially in today's
yeah,
media where there's a million and two things you can actually check out. So it's yeah, it's
yeah.
rough.
And social media is it basically is taking over the world. And if you're scrolling, doom scrolling, it's basically all you do is come across band shit. We
Yeah.
still have the problem of we don't try enough. you know
Uh,
that's our curse.
hey, look, you've been around long enough. I think you can get away with, not doing your TikTok dance to kind of get picked up on the
Yeah, I can't
algorithm.
do it, man. I can't do it. I can't do that stuff. So more power to people that are doing it, and it's helping
Yeah.
them.
I guess with your style of band though, it's more of a Tony Hawk needs to release a new game and chuck you guys on the
Yeah,
soundtrack. That's kind of like how people discover music back in my day.
yeah. That's helped us immensely because we've had 2 songs on his games, and it's things like that. Or we had 2 songs that were on WWE wrestling games too,
Yep.
and those that helped immensely. It's like we never really had any major push or some huge band come along and take us on tour. Just video games and odd movie placements have kind of been the thing that's helped us.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, like I was saying earlier, the movies and like it's the video games. I grew up. That's how I
Yeah,
first discovered you guys. That's how I first discovered
yeah,
Papa Roach. All these bands. And it was. It's
yeah,
Tony Hawk and WWE because that's what I was into
yeah,
when I was younger. Man, it's something about
yeah,
this style of music and metal even that just kind of calls to people that are gamers. I don't know what it is. Maybe one day I'll
yeah.
figure it out. But that kind of you know crafted my whole kind of lifestyle. It's kind of bizarre the way the world works sometimes with those type of things.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just I think music and video games go hand in hand, though. I
Oh,
really do.
yeah. They just have to. And then, you go out and see all these things live. Speaking of live, how's it going now? You're nearly 30 years in. I know you're only 35, but
Yeah.
does it get harder? Have you kind of tweaked the way you perform? Do you have to be a bit more strategic when okay, we're going out on tour for X amount of dates? Don't go too hard in the paint on day one, or is it still just,
Yeah.
we'll just see what happens?
We're still just those same idiots we've always been, and we still go out to bars almost after every show and drink too much and act like idiots. And then when you come home, you try to sober out a little, and then we go back on tour, and you never learn. And we just have kind of been those guys now for. It's hard to break that habit. It's
Yeah.
like touring is where we cut loose and have as much fun as we can. So honestly, nothing's changed. I mean, it's really stupid of us to. Like I think you're noticing a pattern here. We're not the smartest dudes.
Oh man, you got plenty of time to sleep when you're dead at the end of the day. So you
Yeah,
enjoy life. Enjoy life.
yeah, 100%. It's
Ah,
it's like, how many times am I going to be in this same town at the same place? It's not going to be for another 6 years, if at all. So let's go.
exactly. So get those shoes out and go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you reckon all the boys will end up doing a shoey, or like who's the most likely to do one? Is it yourself?
I would say myself or Dan, our guitar player.
Yeah.
Dan is up for anything at any time at any place. So he
Yeah.
does not. He is not shy from one single thing. So I bet you he's the first.
All right. What I'll do now is I'm going to cut that. I'm going to put that as a short. That's going to be on the TikTok and the Insta.
Yeah.
So, enjoy that.
Yeah. Dan, you're fucked.
With a mustache like that, man, he can do whatever he wants.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, Brother, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here today. I won't keep you for too much longer. It does look like the clouds are rolling in, so hopefully it doesn't rain for you today. But is there anything you want to say to your Aussie fans that are excited for these shows?
Hey, just sorry about the wait. We'll be there soon, and we're coming to have a good time and party. So make sure you come out to have a good time.
No, beautiful. Well said, Ben. Well, anyway, mate, we'll see you next month. Enjoy the rest of the day and enjoy that flight. I know it's only a short one, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's what drinks are for.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we have alcohol on planes. I feel bad for people who are sober and they have to fly. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah. We don't have to worry about that, though.
Well, cheers, brother. We'll see you. Ticket links will be in the comments below if you're interested, but we'll see you shortly, brother. Have a good one.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Cheers.